Years ago, I was in a terrible psychic duel that left me barely alive.
Yeah, I read about that. They said your psyche was shattered, that you lost your mind. But you seem fine to me.
Yes, when I'm down here, near the Psytanium motherlode, the concentrated power of the Psytanium pulls my thoughts together, keeps me like my old self. But if I leave this sanctuary, my psyche becomes disjointed, and I fall into one of my other personalities, with no memory of who I really am. I'd be no use to you unless you needed something raked or mopped.
Well,
That blows.
you can call headquarters and get help.
The Psychonauts won't listen to me. They wrote me off as a loon years ago. That's why Sasha and Mia have to take on all my missions. Headquarters doesn't know I'm the one behind the assignment, so they'd never get approved. But Sasha and Mia seem to be out of commission now. You have to be my field agent, Rasputin. Are you ready?
I am definitely ready.
Yes.
Good. You have to find where that monster took the girl. And if you locate any of the other children's brains along the way, bring them back to me for recranialization. Understand?
Ew. I mean, yes, sir.
Alright, I guess we were supposed to come here at some point before we got so far away, but whatever. We're here now.
Well, the good thing about you finding that kid's brain, besides the whole thinking and feeling they'll be able to do now, is that they will be adding their subconscious mental attention to your quest, and their energy will increase your mental health potential.
Awesome.
That sounds great. But is the surgery going to be dangerous?
Nothing's dangerous when you have the right tools. Messy, yes, but not dangerous.
And so that's why, even though she is a girl, and we are good friends, she is not technically my girlfriend.
Well, I can tell you one thing. My dad is never going to send me to this camp again. Where's Kitty? Never mind. I'll find her.
So,
All right.
as you can imagine, we are in some bad trouble.
Sounds like it's time something bad happened to our fine coach.
Well, let me tell you what our plan is.
Please, you have your plan, I have mine.
But,
Say no more.
and so, long story short, we're hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst.
Well, there's only one thing that can make this better. Pedicure. See ya.
Wow.
The end.
Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna go get on the coach's radio and call for help.
See, now that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, for the
Why
aliens,
can't everyone
probably?
be so helpful?
Yeah, I modified the antenna so now it broadcasts straight into outer space.
Oh, man. So, any questions?
Is Elton okay?
Well, he'll be fully brained soon, I promise.
When he comes out, tell him I'm waiting for him down by the docks, okay?
Hey, do you want to help us save the... Typical. And that's why we need your help more than anybody's.
Well, shut my mouth. I better go patrol the living quarters, guard the women folk and all. Say, is my hombre walking around yet?
Not yet, but soon.
I just hope he forgives me for acting like such a dang fool.
And that's why finding your brain in particular was my highest priority.
You know, I'll bet if JT wasn't so distracted, this wouldn't have happened. He's probably with that prissy little show pony right now.
No, actually I think her mind's on other things at the moment.
Well, maybe I'll go see what's up. One of us at least should be guarding the sleeping quarters.
Agent Cruller?
What is the current situation?
Well, we brained a lot of people. I gotta go, though.
I'd better go. Lots of work to do.
Talk to me when you want me to put you back where you were. Good luck, Rasputin.
Alright. Let's head outside and find out if there is any brains in the outer world. I don't think there's anything around this area, though. Nope. Nothing here. However, we can definitely switch some things. Alright. Psi Power Upgrade earns Super Chain Blast. Your Chain Blast can now hit up to 6 enemies in a row. Very nice. And we'll get a Levitation rank up. Sweet. Got enough for another level. Did not think I would have that much. Apparently I cannot skip this. I wish I could. So it would make things go by a little bit quicker, but whatever. Alright. Getting pretty high in the ranks here. Nice. Alright. I need to head back out to the camp and see what's going on.
Where would you like me to...
Let's go to the cabin.
Take me to the...
With pleasure.
Alright. Is there anything around here? 0 brains. Not around here. I'm guessing that there's not going to be any brains around this area whatsoever. But you know what? I'm going to check anyhow. Just in case. Never know. Alright, let's see. Nope. Alright. I need to also check if there's anything I need to buy in here. Don't think there is. But it is
anything new in
important to see if I need any of this.
Delicious nutrient. What else can I do you for? Now, you take that psi core there.
I don't really need
put
that.
it together. Dream. Now,
That's
you
it.
take that
That's it for now.
psi core.
There's
All right,
nothing here.
Go get more airheads and...
Okay then. Nothing to get out here. Nothing whatsoever. There is a couple more things I need to do out here though.
Where...
Alright, let's see. I need to go to the chamber.
Roger that.
Because I believe that there is something I need over around this corner. Which I shall grab and move along. If I'm in the right area. I am definitely in the right area. Alright. Now that we're here, need to go ahead and use this real quick. And yep. Oh, not quite. Nope. Come on. There we go. Scavenger hunt complete. Congratulations, you found everything. Go see Ranger Ford for the final prize. Nice work. Sweet. Alright. Now, let's go see the Ranger. He should be just over this way. Gotta watch out for the mountain lions, because they will burn me. Oh, he's gonna get me. Oh, no, never mind. I got away.
Mr. Cruller, you gotta help. Kids are getting kidnapped and everyone's missing, and their brains are stolen. And I think the coach is trying to take over the world with psychically armed death tanks.
Well, now, you see what happens when you go to parts of the force that are off limits?
Will
Wow.
you help?
I'm a ranger. I got enough problems wrangling these leaves. Now get!
Ta-da! I'm done. I completed the whole scavenger hunt.
Great Odin's rake! I don't think anyone's ever done the whole thing before. Well, hold still. This might hurt.
Psi Power upgrade earned. Rolling Havoc. Wrecking Ball activates as soon as you start rolling on the levitation ball. Awesome. Get a shield
That felt
upgrade at
good.
80.
Congratulations. Now get!
Let's see, I am at 75 exactly, apparently. Awesome. Alright, now that we've got all the scavenger hunt items, we can go read through them, because I'm sure you all would like to know about this. If you don't want to know about this, just skip ahead. I'm going to be reading these. Anyways, adult squirrels will often coat a regular acorn with Mucilaginous? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Secretion that gives it a shiny golden coat. This sparkly trinket is used to attract possible mates. Warning, do not eat. Yuck. Dinosaur bone. Enormous, carnivorous, and physically mutated. Okay. One thing for sure. One thing? I mean, one thing's for sure. One thing is for sure. You can say, or one thing. Okay, never mind. That's just how it's supposed to go. I'm just being silly. One thing for sure you can say about the valley's prehistoric inhabitants: we are glad they're dead. Nobody wants to see levitating velociraptors. Scary. I want to see a levitating velociraptor. That sounds awesome. Diver's helmet. Thick helmets like these have been used to protect those who dive in Lake Oblongata, not from the increase in water pressure, but from the hideous creature that is rumored to live in the lake, but is, of course, just an old legend. Well, it's not a legend anymore. Eagle Claw. Eagle Claw soup is surprisingly tangy and promotes the growth of strong fingernails. Ew. Condor egg. The rare and beautiful condor egg. Condors were once plentiful in this valley, but their numbers have been decimated by modern hazards such as power lines, telekinetic grizzly bears, and poachers stealing the eggs out of their nests. I guess I fall into that last category, because I don't have enough hair for the middle category. Fossil. Bringing day-old chicken pot pie from the cafeteria doesn't count. Ew. I've been fooled twice already, but from now on you kids better have the real McCoy. Glass eye. I'm always losing mine around camp. If you find one, please don't scratch it, because I'm running out of spares. Yeah. Gold doubloon. What were Spanish explorers doing in this valley 200 years ago? How did they get their boats over the hills and into the Lake Oblongata, which at that time did not even exist? Why did they leave their doubloons here, and why has no person found this one, though it has been floating in midair all this time? These are just some of the many unanswered riddles held within this mysterious coin. Awesome. Fertility idol. Wasps love fertility idols. Everybody knows it. Nobody knows why. But it must work because look how many of them there are. Yeah. Miner's skull. In the early days of the Titanium rush, prospectors and miners came from all over to hunt the mysterious Whispering Rock, so plentiful in this valley. Some were killed in mining accidents, some in claim disputes, but many were simply driven mad by the powerful mineral and wandered off into the mines, never to be seen again except for their creepy bearded heads. Ew. Cherrywood pipe. This style of pipe was common among more fashion-conscious loggers in the early part of this century, until a high frequency of logger-initiated forest fires led to a mandatory industry-wide switch to chewing tobacco and later bark-flavored chewing gum. Pirate scope. Telescopes like this were once popular among area pirates until they learned that they could see farther by using clairvoyance on bird feathers. Interesting. Psychonauts comic number 1, the thrilling origin issue, in which the Psychonauts get their name and design their first costumes, also introduces the character of Clyde the Cautious Cougar, who teaches fire starting safety. Yeah, except all the cougars around here like to burn me up. Turkey sandwich, possibly the most famous of all poultry-based sandwiches, second only to its more glamorous sister, the chicken salad sandwich. The turkey sandwich holds a special place in the hearts of food lovers everywhere who crave something that's like chicken, but not. I don't like turkey, to be honest, and I love chicken, so I don't know why people think it's like chicken. Anyway, voodoo doll. Years ago, Years ago, somebody or someone thought it would be fun to craft project. That looks like a D. I was like, project? What the hell is that? It would be a fun craft project at camp to make voodoo dolls. We would have fired that teacher had they not ended up in the hospital. If you find one of these dolls, please do not remove and reinsert any of the pins. Right. Gold watch. Time. The enemy of us all. Hold a watch to your ear and listen. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Those are the hoofbeats of the Reaper's pale horse. 8:30. He's at your gate. 3:45. A knock on the door. Unwinding is the mortal coil that drives the gears to tick and toil, until at last it rests unwound, and we lay silent in the ground. Well, that's morbid. Anyway, awesome. So it looks like we have cracked most of the vaults. We have gotten rid of a lot of emotional baggage. Found all the scavenger hunt items, and it says 75 of 100, but I know there's more than that. Anyway, I think we are pretty much done here now. So let's find a log and move back to where we were. Uh-oh. Don't burn me. I do not like being set on fire. Now, where was that log? It's like right around here, right? There it is. Thought it was at the front.
Well,
I would like to go back.
yes.
So let's do it. Alright. Crawler, I need to see you. You should be just over this way. And then we can get back to where we were at. Hey, you.
Agent Cruller?
What is the current situation?
Let's see here. I am ready to go back.
I'm ready to go back into the field.
Okay, let's see if I remember exactly where you were.
Awesome.
Ah, my trusted spy. Tell me what
Nice
you
and
know.
quick. Anyway, let's see here. I'm gonna use some bacon.
Delicious.
Indeed. And I would like to change the color of my
Can
levitation
I
ball.
change the color of my levitation ball?
Like, say, to what?
Just to something else, because that didn't look as blue as I was hoping. This
Okay.
one looks like it
Hope
might be
that
bluer.
makes you feel pretty.
Nothing more to report at this time.
Crawler out.
No, that's the same one. I swear that looked like it was going to be bluer than the one I was working with. But that's not very blue at all.
Hey, why don't you just take a little nibble of that and see if I can taste it too?
Ew.
Can I
Try
change
this
the color?
again.
Like, say,
How
Okay.
about this?
hope
Nothing more to report.
crawler out.
No,
Kill
that
for
looks
daddy.
more greenish now. So nothing actually looks very blue, which is disappointing.
Okay, what's the situation?
So if it's
I
not
change
going to
the
be
color?
blue,
Like, say,
then I'm going to change it to something else entirely. Oh, maybe this will look
Okay.
blue.
hope that
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on
Oops.
the current?
we have to get. I'll bet that's what. Maybe
I
Nothing
don't
more
care
to
about
report
that.
at this time.
crawler.
Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, see, that looks a little more blue to me. That is more like a blue I would like.
General.
Awesome. Now we've got a blue going.